for the next 3 days and 2 nights. Bumpy road. A little bit of a drop off here. Starting to drizzle a little bit. If anybody lost a boot, here it is. Looks like I've come to the end of my road. Park right here. It's a chilly 56 degrees. I got my camera gear in this pack, camera tripod, walking stick, and this is my survival kit. And once I get out there, I'll show you what all I have in here. I'm gonna get high gear using a tiny survival kit that I put together myself in an Altoids tin. I'll have to depend on the contents of this to make a fire, clean drinking water, and acquire food. Foraging, and I'm going to have to find ways to stay warm for the cold nights ahead. Encountering some wildlife along the way, wanted and unwanted. So join me as I venture out into the wild and rugged foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. So, it's going to be whatever the land provides. Other than a little bit of goodies in here. We have more duct tape, a utility blade here. This will be my knife, so I'll pull that down a little more. 2 sewing needles. The ends are magnetized so that I can use that as a compass if I ever need to. Put it on a leaf in some water, show me which way is north. I have some bank line here, which I can use for lots of different things. Some iodine tablets, all wrapped up in this plastic bag. And then here, I have a Mylar survival space blanket. I have it vacuum sealed so that it's more compact and fits in the tin better. A little fishing kit here. Fishing line, some hooks, some flies, some little split shots. And this is a Mylar bag that I use to store freeze-dried food. It's folded up, and this will be my water container. And next we have a ferrocerium rod for starting fires, utility blade as a striker, cotton pad soaked in wax for a fire starter, some more duct tape, and underneath of this duct tape we have some utility cord. All kinds of uses for that. That's all I have to survive for the next couple nights, other than the clothes on my back and the stuff I have in my camera bag. There we go. So in the camera bag, I have my drone controller, some work lights, battery pack, and this is also a light and a radio, more battery packs, case for my phone in case it starts raining, charging cables, headlamp. What else we got in here? Another headlamp, USB drives, and a trail camera just to see what kind of creatures are lurking. Almost pine-like aroma. We got this pine tree here. Check this out. I will have absolutely no problem getting a fire started tonight. It's been injured. When the pine is injured, the tree will pump this resin to seal out any infections. And sometimes I do good with them, sometimes I don't get a single bite. Small worm there. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. We're good to go now. Good juicy worms. Took the woolly bugger off and I tied a hook on. Cover up as much of that hook as I can. Get these trout cleaned up. So this is a job for the utility blade. I'll make a handle for this real quick so I don't cut myself. Should be good enough. Cut up the middle of it. I'm going to make a V cut under the gills and cut that connector piece and open it up. Everything should pull right out of it. Then we're left with the kidney, and then I'll just scrape it out of there and I'll give it a rinse. One cleaned trout. Now we'll do the rest. Oh, there's a bunch of them here. Oh, hey, there's another one. Should be all I need. And I'll do the same thing at the other corner. I'll do 2 in the middle. One here, and then one here. Now I'll give you the virtual tour. Here's the sleeping area. That's about it. I'll rent it out. I haven't decided yet. It's a little rough around the edges, but nothing a little sweat equity can't fix. This is a prime piece of real estate. Look at all this beauty. waterfront property. A little babbling brook flowing through the front yard. This hemlock kindling burn, everything is soaking wet. Now, I do have this cotton soaked with wax, but I shouldn't need that, so I'm just going to save that for when I do need it. I just need something that's going to take the spark, turn it into a flame. So I'll just scrape tiny shavings of this birch bark. There we go. Ah, we almost had it. There we go. I'll put this chunk of resin on. We have. Wish I had some seasoning. It's getting chilly out here. The skin will protect the meat from burning. I'm pretty excited to eat, not gonna lie. And the iodine tabs. I cut some off so that it would fit into the tin better. Now I use a Mylar bag because in case I run out of water tablets, I can boil water in this. Just fill it up and drop some hot rocks in there. Against the back of my hand. That doesn't feel too good. We'll cook some of this up later. Grab my fishing rod. We're going to do some more fishing. Let's see if I can find any more worms. Nothing here. Not seeing anything. There's got to be a worm under one of these rocks. There we go. Got him. And here's a shotgun shell. How about that? Now I can use this, put my worms in. Little acorn cap. There. So there's my worm container. Oh, I just came out to the road. This is the section of the creek that flows near the road. There's a nice deep hole here I can fish. Should be some trout in there. See what we can catch. Oh no. They seem to have stopped biting in this spot. It's a deeper spot here. Never by this. This one's fighting hard. Another nice brook trout. I'm constantly having to check myself for ticks out here. These small ones are so hard to see. There's a little stream over there I want to gather some water from. These sharp rocks don't feel too good. Woo! This water's way colder. That is some good looking water. And let it stew. I'm going to try this spot again. This one's kind of small. I already have 3. I'm going to let that one go. Today's bounty. Sun's going down. It's getting chilly again. The bigger the rock, the longer it's going to retain heat. So this one will put off heat for a long time. Look at that rock, red hot. Give that one a minute to cool down. Cold. Using rocks is safer. A couple inches of dirt on top, dirt and debris. See, that's steaming. Now before I lay on top of that, I'm going to let the rocks cool down some. Look underneath of there is soaked. Still a little warm, so they're still putting out some heat. And this papery birch bark can be hard to ignite with just a spark from a ferro rod. You take it, rub it in between your hands, crush it up, makes fine pieces. Just going to warm up by the fire for a little bit. That's a nice one. Let's get out of here.